Welcome to the Heidi Thorne Show. I'm your host, Heidi Thorne, and in this podcast, I share my real-world self-publishing and small business experience with you. Before we get started, I just want to remind you to like, comment, share, follow, and subscribe. Now let's get on to today's show. In August 2022, the Inflation Reduction Act was passed in the United States. It provided a variety of economy-boosting measures and incentives, many of them focused on dealing with climate change. In spite of the good this aims to do on a national and global scale, it still may be difficult for us personally to assess our individual role in it. The amount of critical mass of personal efforts that would have to be achieved in order to move the climate change needle in the positive direction would be astounding. It's really in the hands of governments and larger organizations to get all these changes moving forward. I'm not saying that we should give up because it's hopeless, or that our actions don't matter. Anything that helps change our behavior for the better is a good thing, but we need to understand what's possible. According to an update on the Ethereum blog, the merge of the Ethereum blockchain to a more sustainable and climate-friendly system will occur in September 2022. What does that have to do with self-publishing? You might want to watch my video that does a deep dive on the topic of NFTs and how they work. But I'll quickly summarize it here. NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, are currently a hot, or not, way for creators to monetize their creative endeavors by selling digital assets to their fans on NFT marketplaces. These marketplaces facilitate sales and transactions, which are recorded on the blockchain. Even though it's possible to sell your book as an NFT, it's just not practical from a logistical standpoint. Most people will buy eBooks on sites like Amazon with real currency and not cryptocurrency that most NFT marketplaces require. Theoretically and technically, NFTs represent a potential income source for authors and creators, similar to sponsorship models like Kickstarter or GoFundMe. The big problem with NFTs from a climate perspective is that they are on the blockchain. Without getting too technical, each transaction on the blockchain creates a secure, immutable record on the blockchain. Each transaction must be verified by every computer in the blockchain network. The computing power to handle all those worldwide transactions each year is enormous, estimated to be the annual energy usage of some entire small countries. Ethereum is one of the primary blockchains on which NFT transactions are completed. They recognize how unsustainable the system is, thus the merge. These transactions on Ethereum, after the merge occurs, are projected to take 99.95% less energy than before. It's not zero, but it's very low by comparison. Aside from the reason that I cannot imagine any way I could create value for my fans through NFTs, at least at this point. I was also turned off by the climate impact of offering NFTs. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of the blockchain world reacts and changes in response to Ethereum's lead. Transitioning to eBooks and audiobooks. I am still shocked that eBooks represent only 22.7% of readership in the United States. Print sales continue to be strong in spite of the pandemic. Though they are not without environmental cost in devices, electrical usage, and storage to create and maintain, I believe ebooks and audiobooks are more sustainable options. I am also amazed at how many self-published authors in online forums and author groups consider commercially printing hundreds or thousands of copies of their books just to get volume discounts. Some of these authors have zero sales history of selling books, or selling anything for that matter. Yet they're willing to plunk down lots of cold, hard cash for a printed book inventory and willing to create more potential waste and carbon footprint. New authors who have no sales track record could end up with dozens or hundreds of unsold printed books. That has a cost in trees, inks, production, and shipping that didn't bring value either to the author or their fans. The disposal of unsold books presents another environmental cost if they go to a landfill instead of into recycling. Though print-on-demand book printing has cost in terms of paper, chemicals, and shipping, it is only a cost when an order is received from a customer. Until then, the main environmental cost is electrical energy to store the digital manuscript on a computer server. Another unsustainable thing I see authors doing is doing swag or promotional products that are imprinted with their book name or their author name. I really think you should go with print on demand for all of those things. Do not order these big orders of swag like pens or mugs or sweatshirts or whatever you're going to get. It just contributes to the climate problem because a lot of people throw these things away. So I would suggest that you go with some of the print-on-demand options like Printful, Printify, Redbubble, all of those kinds of groups. If you're going to purchase any swag, though, I would recommend that you check out my book, The Eco-Friendly Promotional Product Guide, which is available on Amazon. Though your efforts are unlikely to make a massive difference in global sustainability, it doesn't mean you shouldn't think your planet-friendly efforts are unimportant. Collective action does eventually create change. Continue asking yourself how the production, sales, distribution, and delivery options for your book contribute to your bottom line without contributing to climate change. This is often referred to as the triple bottom line of people, planet, and profit. I hope you found that useful or at least interesting. And if you did, please rate, review, and subscribe to The Heidi Thorne Show on whatever podcast app you like to use. I'm on all the major ones, including Apple Podcast and Spotify. If you like the YouTube video better, all you have to do is subscribe to my Heidi Thorne YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell so you get an alert when a new video is up. If you'd like to connect with me, my website is HeidiThorne.com. Thank you so much for listening and for your support. I'll look forward to talking with you again in the next episode. And in the meantime, have a great day.